Hello everyone and welcome to Fluent Programming. So today in this video I am going to teach you how to send email using Python programming. So there are different ways to send email. So I'll show you how to send email and also share the code with you in the description so you can download from there. So first see how to send email, because there are few steps involved. It is very easy, in just 2 minutes you can send mail. But there are only few steps involved, so don't skip video. First watch, then download the files from the description. And if you don't know anything about Python programming language, so I will suggest you to first watch my Python complete free series, so you will get idea of Python programming, then you use it to send emails and do different things. First start with this library. I just started the first part of this, and I'm going to put more videos. So let's start without wasting the time. So see, I have different codes here to send email. I'm going to show you all the codes one by one. So let's start with the first code. If you have watched my previous video which I uploaded, so I explained that how to install Python software and open it. So again I'm repeating, if you don't know anything about Python, so first watch that video, watch the complete series which I'm going to put, and then come here to the Python email code. You can watch that video from my channel. I will put the link in the description, and also maybe you can see from the I button above there in the right corner. So let's open this code without wasting more time. So you can see this very small code. It is just few lines of code to send email in Python. There is a built-in library available. Its name is SMTP libs. SMTP is actually called Simple Mail Transfer Protocol library. It's a built-in library. Library is actually it's a file, Python file only, and they have written multiple lines to connect servers and send email, receive emails, everything like this. So in short, you can call it like the ready-made code. And who is your host? So because we are sending mail from our personal account, so I am using here smtp gmail.com. so I am using my host as Gmail. Gmail is providing me the service, and every service, email service, they have their machine, and every machine has one port number. So for the Gmail it's 587 port number. So this code works with almost all email accounts. For example, if you are using yahoo.com, so you can use smtp yahoo.com. If you have Y email, means Yahoo email, and Yahoo port number is different, you can search on Google and put it here. And there are some lines now, start, TLS, LO. So actually these lines are for security. There are some transport layer security, so that's why these lines are written. And this is very important line, because here you have to put your personal account ID and password. Then only it is going to send email, because of course if you want to send email you have to first log in your Gmail account and then you can send mail, right? So similarly we are signing in same Gmail account, but instead of using Gmail website or Gmail app, we are doing it from programming. That's the difference. Okay, so it's a free available. You are using your Gmail account only. Instead of website you are using from coding. So yes, it works, it will work. And then I'm asking input from user, so we'll send mail, but to whom we will send the email? So that I am going to run project and put the email, so it will send mail to that person. And what we are going to send message, it will be just welcome to Python Gmail demo. That's it. And then finally you have to put your email ID to whom you are sending. You have accepted input from user, new message, welcome to Python Gmail.demo, and at the end, just to show something in the output so we can find out it's done or not, I have written done at the end. So I'll show you now by running this code. Hit F5. So it is showing enter your email to whom you want to send email. Now currently I have only one account, so I'm going to use that account. It's not happy birthday actually, it is this one, flunprogramming@gmail.com. so actually I am going to send email from the same account, and I am sending mail to the same account, since sender and receiver both are same currently, because currently I am using only one account. But of course you can send email to anyone. You can send n number of emails until your inbox get fills. Every Gmail gets 15 GB of storage. So after 15 GB storage, you cannot send more emails. Means ensure you are using personal account only. Okay, so if I put my mail ID here, you can see it showing done. And if I go to my Gmail, flunprogramming@gmail.com, you can see just now it's 12:03 now. It's at 12:02 AM I received mail, welcome to python@gmail.com, just 0 minutes ago. And you can also see it from this email code, welcome to python@gmail.com, same email I received. Okay, so this is the simple code to send email. So I blurred my ID password. You can put your ID password here to send the mail. So you can see I received the mail, but actually you will see that this email is very simple. There is no subject also. So I'll show you one more code. This code will send email with subject and other details, as well as we can also format the mails. For example, while sending mail, you want to write the big text heading, you want to give colors in your mail, you want to give different font styles, everything. So this is also possible. So see, I open the new code here. In this code I am again using my email ID here. After that I am going to take the email ID to whom I want to send mail, and then here you can put anything. Now see, you can put your subject also, what is the subject you want to send. Then from it's me, means it's my email ID, to whom you want to send email. And if you know, in email there is one option called to, then there is a carbon copy option if you want to CC anyone, and there is a blind carbon copy option. So if you want to send email to others and you want to hide the others email because you don't want to share emails with each other, so we use this BCC and other options in email. If you have not used, so you can check once what is the CC BCC, but don't worry if you don't know. You can just send email with just normal title from your email to whom you want to send mail, that's it. And if you want to put CC BCC, which I showed, that is also possible here. Now we are not only giving the subject here and to CCC BCC, all these things, but there is one option called HTML. So HTML is actually a designing language. So all the websites which you are using, like this Gmail website or YouTube or Facebook, all the websites you are using, they are all designed using one language called HTML. You can see this button here, you can see this search box here. Everything you see on your browser is of course created using some language, right? It's called designing language, and we have HTML for that. So while sending mail I can use HTML. So I'll show you. I am writing here, hi, how are you, but it is written in one H1 here. So H1 is actually used for heading. Means when I send mail, you will see the difference. It will not be like a normal text, it will look like little bit different. Other settings are same. I am using my Gmail host, my ID password, and send email, and finally done at the end. If I run the program, it is asking me mail, so I am going to send email from my email account to say my email account again, currently because I am using one, but you can send to anyone. So let's see now what it is showing, done. If you go here, so you will see I received one mail. HTML email is the title. In our code also it is written, and there is one text, but it looks something different, right? It is not like a previous mail. It's not like this small font text, small text size. it is actually bigger. Why it's bigger and bolder? Because I use there one HTML. If you don't know about HTML, I told you it's a designing language. So using this you can create a nice looking template, complete colorful page, everything. So the email will look different from the normal emails. Okay, and if you want to learn about HTML, you can write in the comment section, as I told in the previous session also. So I will create videos for HTML. You can learn website designing also, how to design it. You can create a nice looking attractive forms. So if you don't know, so don't worry, just try to use some tags like this. See, I just use a simple tag here, it's called h1, so it is giving me heading, and there are some other tags like this which gives a different text styles. So HTML is easy to learn. So to send email you don't have to learn everything. If you just learn few of the tags, you can send nice email. So this is our second code to send mail. There are some different things from the previous code if you compare with previous code. And then finally I am going to show you one more code, because while sending mail we send attractive colorful mails with to subject everything, but sometimes we want to send mails to multiple people same time, okay, without running program again and again. So see, this is possible. You can create one tuple in Python, and in the tuple we write multiple email addresses same time. So in all three addresses I have written they are same, because I told you I am currently using only one email account. So in short, I am going to receive 3 emails. If you want, you can put 3, 5, 500, n number of email address you want, and it will send mail to everyone. And the very important part of the mail, when you send mail we also send attachment with it. You want to send attachment like image, or you want to send Excel file or something, we send attachment, right, in email. So yes, that is also possible. So you can see here, this email I have written some comments also, so you can understand, like from same thing, from my email address to whom you are sending. So I am going to send to these emails. What is the subject? So I am going to send attachment of happy birthday picture. So this mail is different. We are sending mail with an attachment. That's why the title is birthday. And I'm going to download one birthday image and put that birthday image address here. Currently I have to check if I have birthday image or not, otherwise I will download one and put it here. And after that, few lines for image only, and then the same line started. Who is your host? Gmail 587 port number, your ID, your password, and after that your email, to whom you are sending, what is the text, everything, and at date, done. So actually you can see there are multiple things. So if you have done complete Python, so you can understand code completely. Otherwise you can just few lines you can change, just change few lines and use this email code to send the mail. Okay, so I am going to now send the mail. I am going to run this program and I will check if I receive the mail 3 times, because I put same ID 3 times, because I don't have multiple mail IDs currently with me. So I am sending mails to myself 3 times, and I am going to send birthday image. So I will do one thing on the Google. I am going to search happy birthday image, and you can download an image. Let's take this one, and I'm going to save it in my E drive and give the name as happy_birthday. So you see, it's downloaded happy birthday JPG. It is in E drive. Okay, so you have to remember the name as it is. You have to remember the drive. You can say location or a path of your image along with its extension, like what it is it JPG or PNG. So this is a correct name, I think. In E drive I saved it as happy_birthday.jpg. So yes, I think it should work. Let's run the program. It will show me 3 times done because I have 3 email address. Let's check. One done, it shows. Now second also done. So it depends on your net speed because it is sending attachment. So your net speed is fast, it will send faster. Let's check if I received mail. Yes, I received. See, there is a subject, there is a title, there is also one image which we just downloaded. Same image is sent me, right? And you can see again it sent me, and it again sent me. So actually, see, in Python we can use these type of libraries like sending mail, and you can also automate this. So automate this means you can create one type of code so which is going to scan and check every day whose birthday is there, and automatically it's going to send mail. You don't have to be present that time, or you don't have to execute code. These things are also possible, but I will recommend first you to try the base code of Python, the core Python part, to understand Python first, then try these mail libraries, and then you can try automation and everything. Okay, so all the files which I showed you, they are given in the description. I will upload all the files in the description. You can try them and send emails. So see how easy it is. You can just right click, open my files, and put your email address, but my email address will not be there. I'm going to remove my email address password, and I'm going to just write the your email, your password. You have to replace with your email and password there. So I told you this is the code, but in starting, if you remember, I told you that just wait and watch the code, and there are few steps you have to also follow. You cannot just download my files, run them, and send mails. There is one setting you have to do in your Gmail account. You have to go to your mail account, and there is one option called see account here. If you click here, there is one option called account, and in the account there is one option of security. Yes, I'm again showing. You can of course go back in the video and check anytime. Account, in account there is a security, and in the security there is one option called less secure app access. So actually what happens when the Google Gmail is providing a service to send email, receive emails, Google is saying that okay, you can send email, receive email, it's your account, of course you can do anything, but you can only send mail or receive or everything you can do from our app. So if you are using Gmail website, we'll allow it. If you are using your Gmail app, then we'll allow it, because these softwares are created by us and they are secured. But now we are not using their apps to send mail, we are using our Python software and Python code to send mail. So Google is saying these softwares are less secure app. So in short, you are allowing third-party softwares like Python or Java or other software to send email. So there are chances that then some hackers will try to also try your account password using different attacks to hack your password, and because you are allowing other apps, so Gmail will not do anything in that, and you are responsible for that. Okay, so Gmail is saying use our apps, will not allow other apps to use it, but you are allowing, then this use from your own, on your own risk. So actually see, it's not that risky, it's not that easy to hack your account, but I will recommend this because we don't want to take any chances. So if you want to send email to for the learning purpose, so you can create a new account, a dummy account, demo account, and use it. So there is no problem because you just don't have any details here in this, right? You don't have any bank details or something. So just create new account and allow this less secure app access option, and then you can send the mail. Okay, so this option should be enabled, otherwise the code, if you write everything proper, then also it will not work. So actually when you are developing real application, your company gives different codes to send email. Sometimes company bought a package from other companies to work with the mails, so there we don't have any problems because they are business email account. But if you want to use free email account, your personal email account, so you have to do this. It is compulsory. Okay, so now I am going to stop this video here. I will put all the files in the description. You can download them, run them, but remember only two steps. Put your ID, email ID, password, dummy one, demo one, and create allow this less secure app access. That's it, and then you're ready. So within 5 to 10 minutes max to max you can able to send mail, right? So very easy. So please like and share this video with everyone so they can also use this code. They can also learn something new freely. And if you want to create these type of videos, so please write in the comment section. So I think next video I will create like this will be like if you want to download some YouTube videos using Python code. So yes, it is possible. You can download a single or a complete playlist from the YouTube video and you can watch from your laptop. So that is also amazing, right? From Python code we can do this, and only few lines of code. So I'm ending this video now here. See you in the next video. Bye bye.